Hi guys, with what little, oh my gosh, it's kind of tilted. Just a sec. Okay, hi guys, with what little light I have left currently shining through the window, I wanted to give a little bit of an introduction to this video. It's just gonna be a yappy, my cat's running by, a yappy speed paint video where I'm just gonna be kind of introducing myself as I am new to the YouTube platform. But yeah, so you guys are gonna get to know me in the speed paint of Elliott from Stardew Valley. I hope you guys enjoy, and honestly, I'm not used to making yapping videos, so give me some grace. And I hope you guys enjoy everything that is to come. Now, you won't be seeing my beautiful face for the rest of this video, but you will be seeing my little friend Steve. He is my doodle counterpart that I put in place when I don't want to be shown. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Well, now that we've got the awkwardness of me looking at a camera and trying to talk to it, let's get straight into actually just sitting here and yapping. Just before I get into truly talking about myself and who I am currently going to be drawing on screen Elliott from Stardew Valley. I personally am not that big of a Stardew Valley fan. I mean, I played it like once or twice in the past, but the problem is I am a person that cannot work under pressure in terms of time, and I did not like how literally every single time that I tried to do anything, it would be night in like 30 minutes. And that always scared me, so I never really got very far in playing it, if I'm being completely honest. But when I was playing it and I was thinking, like, who am I gonna get married to? The one that stuck was Elliott. I just thought that he was the cutest, and I have a thing for long-haired boys, hence my original character Theodore being a long-haired beauty. But I have some questions that are just like artist get to know you questions. I know this is kind of cheesy, but I put them together and I think I'm just going to jump into talking about them, I guess, and trying my best to not be boring. But the first question I have here is what my earliest memory of creating art is. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't think there's really like a specific one, but I did have this old sketchbook that I would draw in as like a little girl, and the sketchbook was like not really a sketchbook because it was a notebook, and I would just draw like my family members, myself, my crushes at the time. It was kind of lame, but yeah, it was like the most brutal start to starting art, but I was really little, so it was okay to be just a little notebook. But I think that was really when I started thinking that I wanted to be an artist, because there has never been a point in my life, like ever, that I just didn't want to be an artist. Because I mean, there was a point in my life that I wanted to be a fashion designer, but that's technically art, and I wanted to be designing it. So if you think about it, it's like drawing outfits, right? So that didn't really stick, but I did do a summer camp, and it was really stupid, and I probably looked stupid doing it, but you know what? She was cute, she was the moment, and now we're back to the art thing. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really have like a sparking realization that I wanted to be an artist. It was more like, oh, I am gonna be an artist. That was just always what it was, and I always told people I was going to be an artist. Like, I really wanted to be a painter in Paris. I thought that's what being an artist meant. And I remember people would tell me, they were like, oh, but you're going to be a starving artist out on the streets and alone and sad. But, you know, I was kind of down for it, honestly. But now, as an artist that is actually, like, broke, I kind of get what they were saying. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, art is a hard thing to make money. But that's okay. We'll get past that. My next question is, who or what inspired your style? Now, that question is asking specifically about my style, which I have an array of artists that inspire me, and like that would just be too many to get into. But I'm going to take it more like who inspired my interest in art. I think I was always kind of interested in art because, again, I have always been doing it. It's always been something that I was like already into. So I wasn't like, I was always doing it, but it inspired me to continue creating art was when I would watch like Disney movies, or I don't know, I just heard about artists that I was just like, oh, they're really cool. I remember they'd like bring these little wagons into elementary school classrooms, and these wagons would carry like art supplies, and a person would teach us about an artist at that time. And I remember one time we were talking about an artist, and now I know it was pointillism, I don't know. But it was a post-impressionist artist. Obviously at the time I didn't know that, but I saw that and I was just like, man, he's super wicked and cool, and like I kind of want to be that wicked and cool. So that's where I'm at now. Now I'm an artist, not doing post-impressionist style, but you know, I was inspired by the idea of being an artist, and I enjoyed drawing. Like that was honestly the basis of it. Like I enjoyed doing it. That wasn't like I wasn't like into the whole like, oh, I want to be an artist. It was like, oh, I like doing this. Okay, my next question is, what does your creative process look like? Okay, my creative process is non-existent because honestly, I'm not the most productive artist. I've never been a productive person, to be completely honest. I'm kind of a mess, but my process kind of is mulling over the fact that I'm not drawing. I'm getting angry and I go, frick, I need to make art. I need to make it really, really badly, because if not, I'm never going to draw again and I'm going to be never an artist. And, you know, I start with that, and then I start sketching, and then I hate it, and I throw it away, and I stop doing it, and then I don't draw for like a month maybe. And then I draw something that is just beautiful, or like just enough perfection for me to just be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to finish this. So I make one really good piece like a year. And that's kind of my process. But on a serious note, it's typically just sketching and then inking, flat colors, and really basic shading, which the speed paint you'll see, I do that exactly. One of my favorite things right now though is the hair. I like doing chunky rendering of the hair instead of like doing shading on it. It's more like just chunky. I kind of got that from Art Nouveau because they did that. And I really liked that, so I kind of picked that up. Next question, do you sketch ideas first or just jump right in? Depends. I decided that doing thumbnailing is 10 times better for your creative process, so I try to do that as much as possible. But yeah, I've decided that like doing thumbnailing is definitely what I'm supposed to be doing, and it definitely always ends up making my art way better if I actually plan ahead. But I typically just jump right in and do like figures and then kind of figure out what I want that figure to be. What's your favorite medium or tool to work with? You know, I love a good erasable colored pencil and mechanical pencil. That's like one of my favorite things to do in a sketchbook, is just do that, because the pencil is basically like, the mechanical pencil is basically like the line art, while the colored pencil is like sketching, you know? That's how I think of it, and it makes it a lot less pressure than actually, you know, using a pen and doing line art. What's one art trend you secretly love or hate? And you know what? I don't have one, so let's scrap that. Is there a color you find yourself using way too much? I love warm colors, and I honestly think that that's like my hindrance, is that I just love using oranges, yellows, and reds. I really love them, and if I do have another color, it's typically in like a warmer hue of it. So yeah, I mean, I love yellow, I love orange. I love anything that makes me feel happy on the inside. So ochre's a great color. How has your art changed over the years? Well, to say the least, I have changed from anime to semi-realism. That's the biggest change that I've seen. but also I strayed away from doing a lot of original character art. Like I did a lot in the past, but then I just stopped doing it, and it was mostly fan art for a long while. And now I'm just kind of floating right now. I don't really know what it means for me anymore to like have a certain niche in art. I feel like I'm just on a tangent right now. This is not productive. What does success as an artist mean to you? For me, as I see others, it's like loving your art enough to not want to throw up every time you see it. That's what success would be to me. Because for right now, I do like my art, but I don't love it, if that makes any sense. Like, I look at it and I go, I kind of like it. But then I also see things and I go, I really just wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. So it's hard. It really is. What's the weirdest place you've ever drawn or painted? I mean, I haven't really drawn places, to be completely honest, but the weirdest thing would probably be Courage the Cowardly Dog's skeleton. Yeah, that's probably it. Do you name your pieces? Why or why not? I don't. I do not name my pieces. When I am having to put a file name, which is the bane of my existence, I hate file names, I typically just like say quite literally what it is, and that's about it. So no, I don't name them. What's one thing you wish people understood about being an artist? I wish people understood that being an artist is not as like easy as just like picking up a pencil and drawing. Like in some aspects it is that easy, but in other aspects you have to be very willing to hate a lot of the things that you create and put on a piece of paper. Because if you don't have that willingness to sit down and like hate a lot of things, you aren't going to get anywhere, because most of the time when you're drawing, it's not going to be productive. It's not going to be what you want to see. It's going to be something that is slightly off or slightly bad, or you wish you looked like this artist, or you wish you looked like that. So you have to be willing to put aside, I guess, jealousy of other artists and just be yourself. So it is a difficult mental task. It's also a difficult, like, I don't know, you have to learn a lot to be an artist. It's not just a straightforward, like, oh, I drew this and it looks good. Like, you have to learn anatomy, you have to learn how expressions work, you have to learn so many different things, like how gravity would work in a certain situation, why would hair fall a certain way. You know, it's like, it's not as simple as just drawing. Like, you need to actively learn how to do it. What advice would you give your younger self? I would say stop drawing so many boys, because at this point I can't draw women. Like, what the heck? I draw so many guys now, and when I do draw women, sometimes it turns out good, but it's really hard for me to get the feminine features feminine enough to look like a girl. Like, I always feel like my drawing's faces are slightly boyish, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. And what project are you most excited about right now? Honestly, I'm excited about my redesigning OC video, which is one I'm working on right now, and I don't know if it's going to be posted before or after this video, but I'm working on that, and it's so fun seeing, you know, like, myself working on something that is personal and my own work. I feel like I haven't had that in a really long time. Okay, now that I had like the actual get to know you questions out of the way, like the more random ones, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about myself and kind of what my purpose is in making art and my purpose as an artist. Right now, I'm currently in school for art education, and that kind of roots in me wanting to be a high school teacher, which again is kind of random. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't what I really wanted to do in the first place. But now that I've gotten more accustomed to the idea that I will be a teacher, I'm excited to teach high school. It's something that I think fits me, and a lot of others say that it's something that fits me in the future. But I also hope to do, you know, other types of art outside of just teaching. I hope to make some content and also do freelance work. I think that's something that a teacher could honestly juggle with school, even though being a teacher isn't an easy thing. My mom's a teacher, but that's one thing. And I just wanted to say that I am a person that is very pessimistic about my art, but I'm trying to get better at being less pessimistic. And I think that doing this YouTube stuff is kind of like a journey into me being more accepting of how I am as an artist. And I hope that others can find some relatability in that, and that not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Not that I would think that I'm an inspiration to anybody, but I just wanted to make that clear that while I am pessimistic sometimes about my art, I do truly love making it. It's something that won't change about me. That's something that I will never be able to let go, is that art is a part of me. So thank you guys for watching, as I really have nothing else to say other than thank you for sitting and listening to me yap about myself and watching me draw Elliott. I hope you guys like and follow, or shall I say subscribed, because I would really appreciate it. And I just want to have some people that I can talk to and share my story with. But thank you, and have a great rest of your day.